Hello and welcome to Greetingstar. I'm so glad you could join me today. So here's a look at the card I'll be making for you today, and it's the supplies are listed here. Feel free to pause the video, and the card that I made previous to this you can see there to the right, and I created those two rectangles when I was making that card, and so instead of letting them go to waste, I thought I would use them on another card. So I have a piece of pattern paper that you can see in the background there with those diagonal stripes. And then this is some Cricut pearl paper from two different packs. They're samplers. One of them is the neutrals and the other one is the pastels. And I'm going to be die cutting them out with these leaves from Hero Arts. And it does have a coordinating stamp set, which is what I used to make the card that you see there, the finished card on the right. So I thought that after I cut out those leaves from that beautiful pearl paper that I would lay them out on my card like that, but then I did actually change my mind. You'll see that a little bit later. So I've just trimmed up some of that pearl paper so that I have some squares so I can lay all of those leaves out there on the paper, and then that way I have several to use and to choose from. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay them all out so I can see what I have, and then I'll adhere the paper to my card base, which is an A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now this pattern paper just came from my supplies. I've had that paper for quite a long time. I purchased it at Walmart. I think it's a color box one, but I'm sure you have some autumn paper in your supplies, and you can find something that you like for a background, and then you can even change the colors of those rectangles. If you don't like the orange and yellow, you can use any of the fall colors, the reds, the browns, the golds, the purples, the oranges, you know, just whatever you like, that's what you should use. So this is just sort of an example for you. Now after I laid all those leaves together, I decided that it would look better to just kind of stack them all one on top of each other. And then what I'm doing is I'm using this adhesive, and some of it went off the edge there, so I'm just using my little tool here to pull that back. And one of the great things about this little adhesive device that I'm using, it's from Scrapbook Adhesives, you can lay just one little thin piece of that adhesive right there on your die cut shape, which is really cool. I love that. I think that's really neat. This reminds me of my scrapbooking days with Creative Memories. They used to have a little device that did the same thing. And I think that's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish adding that to that leaf there. Now one of the things that I do after I put all these down is I do decide to go back and add some lines on those leaves with a gel pen, and so I have to actually pull them up and do that again. You'll see that here in a moment. So I'm just deciding how I want to lay them out on the front of the card, and then I will stamp a greeting at the top. And I'm going to use the Memento ink in the dewdrops. This is Rich Cocoa, and this thankful stamp is from a Hero Art stamp set. It's one of their monthly heroes from like 2018 or 2019. So I've checked and it's not available anymore, at least the last time I checked. And so I'm sure that you have some words in your stamps, either grateful or thankful or happy autumn, or just, you know, anything to do with fall that you could use. So I'm going to use that Rich Cocoa to stamp it. And this is a Tim Holtz stamping platform. I think this is the travel size. It's a smaller one, not the larger one. But I couldn't find it available online anymore, so I think they've stopped making them. But I'm using it because the smaller one that I usually use, I use a precision press from We Are Memory Keepers, but I still have the leaves from the coordinating stamp set for those leaf dies, and I wanted to make some more of that card, so I just left the stamps in there so I don't have to reposition them, and it'll save me time. So this is a gel writer in brown metallic. You do want to make sure that you give ample time for it to dry before you handle it. Otherwise you'll smudge it, which is something that I do a little bit later on. And then I went to a gold gel pen. Now one of the great things about those gel writers is their archival quality. So if you're a scrapbooker, you'll definitely like that because you want things to be, you know, acid free and so on and so forth, so it doesn't spoil the paper and turn yellow and, you know, fade over time. So it's kind of nice to have that archival quality. But I couldn't find those available on Amazon either. So, but I did want to share with you what brand it was, the gel writer. But I think that gold one is a different one. It's just whichever one that I had in my supplies. So with card making, it's not quite as important because obviously people aren't going to hold on to their cards like you would a scrapbook. So to finish off this card, I've just added some gold dots in the peel-off stickers from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I have linked all my products down below that were available. And so I hope you enjoyed watching this card video today, and I hope it encouraged you to be creative and make something fun. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more of my videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.